In TennisDirector, tennis programs are defined by the program structure, the time and location, and its pricing. By program structure, we mean there are four major components that we need to look at. The first one is this program a weekly recurring program? Does it happen every Monday and Tuesday, or every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on a repetitive way from one date to another date, or from one date until, with an open end, until we tell the system that this program becomes inactive? Or, instead of weekly recurring, does it happen in specific days? And a typical example of a program that happens in specific days is a tournament, a 2-day tournament that you organize on a weekend, and you define that the program is going to happen on Saturday and Sunday, 2 days. The other two parameters which define the structure of a program is the scheduled play dates. Must players specify which days of the week they are expected to play? If not, players will be entitled to play every day that the program takes place, or otherwise, if players, when they register, they say, yes, I'm registered for 3 days a week and I'm going to play Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, well, so those are the days that the player is going to be active. Of course, in practical terms, when the program director runs this specific event, he can change on the fly, can change players' schedules anytime that he or she wants to do it. The last parameter is full program. Must players register for the complete program, or they will be buying portions of it, for example, 1 week? Typical example, let's look at a summer camp that basically goes for 2 months. We can split the summer camp in groups of 2 weeks, for example, and we sell this in blocks of 2 weeks that players can buy, and then buy the next set of 2 weeks and buy the next set of 2 weeks. Or we can define and say, okay, no, this program goes from this date to that date in a total of 8 weeks, and then when players register to the program, they can say, okay, I'm buying 1 week, I'm buying 2 weeks, I'm buying 3 weeks. So we either sell as a complete program, or we sell in portions of a program. As far as time and location is concerned, time-wise, tennis programs are structured into classes that can happen any day and any time. A program can even have more than one class per day, starting and ending at different times. Location, each class can take place in different courts. Pricing. You can price any program by single session, even an after-school program or a summer camp. You can always define for any one of those programs a specific price for a player that comes in and says, I want to play 1 day, and that's it. Never comes back again. Or you can define price packages. The price packages involve a preset number of playing days in the week. You can define a price package for 1 day per week, 2 days per week, 3 days per week, and so forth. Now, let's look at this in a more practical way. Let's see how it actually happens in TennisDirector. From the main menu, we click the tennis programs, and we're going to set up clinics and camps. You can see 4 programs here that are already established. And the first one is a very simple, typical adult clinic. And if you look at the information on this program, you have all these pieces of information which are obvious, but this one says that the program starts on May 14th, but has no end date, which means that this program will be there forever until you come back here and tell the system that the program is inactive. You establish this marketing description for the program, who the program director is, and then when it gets to the structure, this is where you're going to tell the system if this is for all genders, if the age level is for adults or juniors, and the player level, if it is a beginner, intermediate, advanced, and so forth. And we have these two parameters here that we've mentioned before. Those are the important ones, where we say, are we going to schedule the play dates and prices by full program or not? And if you say yes to prices by full program, then you have to tell the system if you're going to prorate late entries or not. In other words, let's say the program lasts for 4 weeks, and is the player that joins the program on the beginning of the second week, is this person going to pay for 4 weeks or only 3 weeks? If it's only 3 weeks, then prorate late entries should be a yes. Period bound is where you tell the system if unused classes that the player paid for on a specific, when he purchased a number of classes, the classes that this player did not play, are they transferable for another program or for another week? Or if the player didn't use those classes, that's it. There's nothing that can be done. Once we have this this structure defined, then we can go and see the schedule. And you can see on the schedule that this program happens every Monday and every Wednesday. And this is the time it starts and ends. We can define maximum number of players and the courts where it's going to take place. As a matter of fact, if you have a program like this, and you know on Mondays you always have more people than you have on Wednesdays, you can have more courts on Mondays than you have on Wednesdays. And finally, we go to the pricing, and we can see that we sell this program only in single sessions at $25 a session. Price for non-members and members is exactly the same in case this club has members. Now, this is a simple program. Let's look at one a little bit more complicated. Let's look at the Junior Academy. The Junior Academy now is a program where the players are going to schedule the play dates, and the prices are by full program. And we can see this program goes from May 5th to May 30th, so it lasts a total of 4 weeks, and we only sell in groups of 4 weeks. And the pro rata late entries is no, which means that players cannot arrive late and pay only the weeks that are left in the program. So once we do this, we can see on the schedule, we can see now that this program happens every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and this is the time each one of those days, and these are the courts that are reserved. Once more, we can have different times on different days. We can have different courts on different days. And the pricing now, we have a complete structure. We can still sell a single session, but now we can sell 1 day per week, 2 days per week, 3 days per week, 4 days per week, or 5 days per week. And with different prices, and in this case, members and non-members will have the same price, but can have different prices as well. So this concludes this video, and I'm looking forward to the next one.